And hello again. So this video, I'm just going to detail about the trip I had to Tretz and the weekend free I had. I've just done a video completing the cathedral in Aix-en-Provence, which is up here. So that's just uploaded. That was on Saturday, the 10th of September. On the Sunday, I drove down to this place called Cassis, and there were three beaches I checked out just to have a walk around. It was very hot and it got busier and busier as the day went on. I left early and I drove from Tretz in the morning and I took the scenic route. I've got to say, the roads are absolutely beautiful. I drove this sort of way and then joined the main road into Cassis. Absolutely lovely drive, and I had a high car. It was a Fiat 500 hybrid. I've got to say, it was the economy on that car was ridiculous. I think all the running around I did in 2 weeks, I filled up the day before going back to the airport, and I put 42 euros in it. I felt ashamed of myself with my recent fuel economy, but it's I I thought for the Fiat 500, it was a great little car, and it was it's just as well it was quite small because some of the little places I went, it fitted in quite nicely. But anyway, that aside, I want to talk about Cassis and a lovely little harbour there. As you can imagine, stacks of restaurants there with cafes and attractions. And I think I walked around this place here, the Plage de la Grande Mer, which is quite a nice little. And there was a lighthouse out here somewhere that I did look, and I took a few photographs and snapshots of it. I was hoping to. That might be it there. Let's have a look. Nope, it's sports equipment. I don't know what they're doing in the middle of the sea. But the whole place again quintessentially French, as you could imagine. Bit more money down here. There was a few Ferraris, a few. I can't remember what else I saw. Definitely a few Ferraris, Teslas, and what have you. Only one Jag. Only saw one Jag, and that was a 2 litre. So, so. But again, like with this, I did visit a Eglise Saint Michel de Cassis. It was a parish church here, and again, this one was completely different to the Saint Sauveur Cathedral in Aix-en-Provence. But nevertheless, I did take a trek up there. As soon as I was in Rome, I had to check it out. Not that interesting, I have to say, but because it's not that interesting, makes it slightly interesting. So with that, I shall crack on with the video of the church, and I'll throw in a few photographs of the surrounding areas and how beautiful the weather was. So I did check out there was a beach down here. I went to the Plage de Courton. It was quite rocky there. So I took a few photographs from there. Originally, walked all the way back up, down into the square. I looked along here, came around this way, and I went to this beach down here. Very, very hot before walking all the way back up to the church to take a look. And again, if you stop anywhere to eat in France with these sort of restaurants on the, you just get really good quality food. Even the ice creams were fantastic. I mean, they just looked humongous. A little bit pricey, I guess, but you are in a seaside town and it's full of tourists and all the French. I did meet an English couple I quickly spoke to. They were from Leicester on holiday. Just had a quick 10-minute chat to them. And yeah, it was an absolute cracking day. And I'll throw in a bit of the auto route on the way back because I drove on the auto route just to make it a little bit quicker because I was rather tired. And yeah, so with that, I shall crack on with the video and stop muttering. And I hope you enjoy. So this is Cassis, dans le sud de France, sur la mer. There we go. Cassis sur la mer. That's it. On the sea. Sur la mer, rather. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'll leave it there. Thank you. This is the church, La Paroisse, or parish of Cassis, and it looks quite modern. Everything in here is just too nouveau. So all the windows at the top. I have the organ here with a stained glass window at the front. No stained glass window there, but a big dome on the other side. There's a tower which you can't get to, which is, see all the windows at the top as well. Again, this mosaic flooring was probably put in. Again, with all the pews to make it look as though it was purposely aligned, and the altar checkered flooring again with the raised steps. I can't go up there because it is barriered off. And that chamber up there, it looks anechoic to me. And with these huge paintings once more, and the plaques which have been stuck on the walls. Obviously everything's been re-rendered on the walls. Those windows at the top there, you would have had a main signal in, two side tones perhaps to mix. Who knows what the receptacle was under that dome. Two arches, that one down there has got a big blue cross on it. More prints stuck on the wall with the rendering. Some fonts have been placed in here. A few down there. I think some people have come into. And here's the the deaths of the children for France for 1914 to 18. I guess they weren't children, but they called them the children. They rest and sleep in memorial. Donner est requiem. De Jésus domine. In Jesus they sleep. With Jesus they sleep. Something like that. Okay. So I'll head on outside. Again, it's a glorious day here. I'm trying to be as quiet as I can, because there are people here. It's all been completely covered up. Back into the really hot day once more. And Cassis, incidentally, is on the south coast of France. You see some mountains up in the side there. It's a very cliffy area, this. Coming to this courtyard, absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. And obviously, just excuse me, just down the road is cafes, restaurants and bistros galore, where there's a little marina there, and you can see how this church looks relatively new in realistic terms. So with it's all been refaced on the sides, especially here, look, it's been repaired. You can see there. Not sure how deep it goes. We'll see if we can. The bells were ringing this morning, and so there's those buttresses you can see on the side. I'm wondering what's around behind. Let's have a look around. I thought I'd better take in this church while I came all the way down here from Tretz. It's a good old drive. And there's the tower with the bell. Bells, I should say, with quite a modern clock face in it. Yeah, buttresses on the side here. Again, I think all these walls have been refaced. It's quite bright, this all granite block. It does look pristine. So it must have been absolutely spanking when it was brand new. Some bleach perhaps, I don't know. So with that, I shall swing around and just give you a brief look at an old street, La Rue, in downtown Cassis. Up on the hill there you can see a bit of a sort of, I think they are homes, look medieval, and yeah, rather pleasant it is too. Sun is absolutely beating down, and I did take some shots of the coast. There's a lighthouse out at sea, which was a nice one to take, and as you can see, the tourism stops about a third of the way up. You see all the people down there, and yeah, so there's an artisan boulanger and pâtissier, a coiffeur if you want to do your hair. Everything shuts on a Sunday apart from the touristy places. They also got money to be made. There we are, here's a little French lesson. We've got mardi, Monday, mercredi, Tuesday, jeudi. Is that Tuesday? No, that mardi is Tuesday. Mercredi is Wednesday. And they must be closed Monday. Jeudi is Thursday.
vendredi, Friday, samedi, Saturday, and Sunday's dimanche, which is today. So I gave myself a lesson there, didn't I? So let's turn it off now. Let's get nearer more people. Okay, so not a lot to report on the church there. It's all been well covered up. I shall catch you all later. Bye for now.
the roundabout, take the first exit. In half a mile, at the roundabout, take the third exit onto D908.
What? What? Shit. Where's the ticket thing? Where's the ticket thing? Sorry. The ticket thing. I'm in the wrong one. I'm in the wrong one.
Roundabout, take the third exit onto D908. In 5.1 miles, at the roundabout, take the first exit onto Route de Marseille.